All right, so new knife time. I don't know a lot about this knife right here. I do know that it's called the Vosteed Parallel. It's the P3502 model right there. You can see nice little product shot of the Vosteed Parallel. So Vosteed got a hold of me, and they were pretty excited about this knife because apparently it's super thin. They wanted me to do a video on it, and that's basically all I know about this knife, is that it's just very, very thin. So I haven't opened this yet, so let's do that. I'm about to just rip this open. Yeah, screw it. Just rip it right open. All right, there we go. And that's one thing about Vosteed. I got to give them credit. Their presentation is awesome. They give you this nice aluminum case right here, and inside there, a little pouch that houses the knife. There we go. Nothing else inside there, but they always give you a little patch, and there's a big loud truck going right by right there. Super loud, and I'm not cutting that out. That's staying in. But holy crap. Oh, wow. Okay, let me get this out of here. And sorry about all the loud noises outside. It's actually very, very distracting. But check this out. When they said it was thin, what? I wasn't expecting it to be this thin. So dual thumb studs on each side. Okay, pretty nice action right there. Take a look at that blade. What is the blade steel? Where is that blade steel? Is it hidden? Yeah, it's hidden when it's open. So it's right there. It looks like it's 154 cm, as you can see. And let me just check out this blade a little further. It looks like it's a flat grind, reverse tanto. All right. A little bit of oil on there, but that's not a big deal. Crossbar lock. All right. Pretty nice action here. And wow, I can't get over how thin that is. That is really, really cool. And, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of extremely thin knives just because when you're using them over and over again, I believe the whole knife becomes a hot spot. It just becomes very uncomfortable to hold and use over and over again. I like a little bit bigger, just something a little meatier to hold on to, something with some nice contoured handles. But I'm just trying to get it's a little bit stiff when you open it right there. I'm just trying to get a handle on this and see how this would feel. I mean, obviously I just opened it up, but if I'm squeezing it, it doesn't feel terrible. So what else does this have? I already mentioned it has a crossbar lock. Got the wired deep carry pocket clip right there. You can see. Deep carry. And is that reversible? It is. So this is an ambidextrous knife with that crossbar lock and the reversible pocket clip. So that's really cool. A little bit of jimping right there on the spine. Look how thin this blade is too. Everything is super thin. I mean, I know you guys probably can't tell through the camera, but it is really, really thin. In fact, I brought in, because I knew it was a thin knife, I brought in a couple other knives here that I personally consider thin. This is the Spyderco Yojimbo 2, the AD 20.5, the good old Benchmade Bug Out, and the Wee Miscreant. So first off, before I compare these, I just want to grab my caliper here and just take its measurement. So, keep it in millimeters. I'm going to measure right from this point right there. So you can see that is 7.6 millimeters. And in inches, let me see if I can get to the inches without messing that up. It is 0.30 inches thick. That is crazy. And just to give you an idea, okay, this guy right here, this is the AD 20.5. This is an extremely thin knife. That comes in at 0.39 inches. All right, so 0.39 inches. And in millimeters, where did I pass it? Yeah, it's 10 millimeters thick. That's crazy. So as thin as the AD 20.5 is, this Parallel, Vosteed Parallel, is even thinner. So let me give you guys a side-by-side here of the Parallel in the AD 20.5 right there. So you see that? Just gives you a nice idea. This is the Spyderco Yojimbo 2. So I was thinking this was going to be thin, but this is even thicker than that 20.5. But just to give you an idea. And then, you know what? I have to measure this, the Benchmade bug out, but it is still thinner than the Benchmade bug out. Let me see if I can put these up side by side like that. Holy crap, look at that. Insane. And then the Wee Miscreant. This is a thin knife, but this Parallel is even thinner than the Wee Miscreant. So let me put these off to the side. Let me grab, because this blade is so thin with that flat grind, it's going to be an extremely slicey knife. I'll be right back. Let me go find a piece of paper. All right, I just grabbed a random piece of paper. I have paper everywhere in my studio because I always write notes on there, but let's just see how slicey this bad boy is. Oh yeah, you know, it's going to be an extremely slicey knife. Oh yeah, not a problem. This thing is going to be butter. Knife through butter. So, titanium handles. So we got the black titanium handles here. And looking online right here, I'm on the Vosteed website, and there's a really nice one that I like. This satin gray. It's satin gray titanium handles with really bright green hardware. So the backspacer right here, you can see the orange backspacer along that tail, the back end. And that backspacer sort of leads into the lanyard attachment right there. So that's pretty nice. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love black and orange. It's the end of August. It's almost October. The last 2 years in a row, I've done a Halloween EDC update where I show all my black and orange gear. So I love black and orange, but there's something about that satin gray titanium handle and that green hardware with the backspacers and the thumb studs there. That looks really, really nice. Unfortunately, these guys are all sold out, at least right now. $129 on the Vosteed website. All sold out. And I can see why. You know, if you guys are into thin, minimal knives such as this has to feel really nice in the pocket. Hold on. Let me tilt up a little bit and put this in the pocket. I mean, that is insane. It's barely even making a bulge or anything like that. So this is going to carry extremely well in the pocket. So I can see why this knife is sold out online, all three versions. So there is the black stonewash. It's all black on black. The version that I have right here, which is satin on black, and then satin with the gray titanium scale. Sorry, I was saying satin gray. It's the satin blade with the gray scales. So $129. Would you guys grab this for $129 being so thin? So let me go right back to the beginning of the video where I said I'm not the biggest fan of thin knives. I have carried the Benchmade bug out for a while in the Miscreant. Actually, I carried the AD 20.5 for a while. Just sometimes though, in the hand, it just feels a little weird because it is so thin. Like I said, I like big scales with the, you know, contour scales and everything like that. I've rarely ever carried the Yojimbo 2. But with something like this just feels a little bit different. It's so thin that it'll carry a lot better in the pocket. It's extremely slicey. It's yet to be seen using this over and over again. For example, going really hard with it on some cardboard boxes. Sometimes it starts to dig into your hands a little bit just because of the shape of that handle. But I don't really know that was the case with the AD 20.5. So maybe I'll do an update on this guy. I'm not really sure. I have a lot of knives to get through. And I actually forgot. Let's get a measurement on the thickness of that blade, right on the spine right there. 2.3 millimeters. 2.3 millimeters. Look at that. It's the size of maybe 2 credit cards. Not even. I mean, look at that. Not even the size of 2 credit cards. So the Vosteed Parallel, what do you guys think? $129 for this version right here. Titanium handles, 154 cm, reverse Tonto, flat grind, a wire deep carry pocket clip, orange hardware, black on orange. Pretty sweet. So if you guys are interested, I'll have links down below in my description box. Thanks for watching.